Okay. Okay. Attorney Hernandez, have you talked with the court coordinator? You're muted, sir, if you will unmute.
No, Your Honor, I was put in with my client, not with the coordinator.
Oh, okay. Let me see about that. No, you're actually with the court coordinator. If you go in there, she should be joining you momentarily. If you look to the right, the 3 dots to your right, yes, sir. All righty. Attorney Barrera? Evan Barrera?
Yes, Judge. I have a case that's set for trial announcements. The state has submitted a dismissal on my case for Pedro Magana Belman.
And what number is that one, please?
I don't have a copy of the docket.
I've got it. Number 22 on the docket. Okay. It's 659-321, sir.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Counsel, have you e-filed the proof of the requirements being completed?
Yes, Your Honor.
You e-filed it, right?
That's
Okay.
correct, Your Honor.
All right. Attorney Priest? Attorney Hernandez?
Yes, Your Honor. I do need to break out with my client.
Okay,
Thank you.
alrighty. Esther, would you go ahead and move him from the coordinator's office to breakout room to attorney? And his client is in there too.
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Benson, did you understand me that you need to come down to the courthouse, sir?
Yes, ma'am, but you didn't dismiss me, so I just been waiting.
Oh, yeah, no, sir, I did. I immediately excused you to come on down to the courthouse.
Okay, now, do I need to bring an attorney? I don't want to get locked up. I mean, how do I can get a bond, but I just found out this bond, I didn't have a bond. Your office told me yesterday. I had no idea that there was a warrant out for my arrest.
All right, sir. You need to come down. You said you wanted to time to also hire an attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Alrighty. Sir, I can't do that while there's a warrant out for your arrest. I need to go ahead and have you come in and work out as far as that issue is concerned, okay?
Oh, okay. But
Alright.
can we get a bond, ma'am? Can we get a bond set so I can get a bond?
Yes,
Or-
sir, but only if you come down to county court at law number 2, sir.
Okay. All right.
That's the way it works. Okay,
Okay.
alrighty. 2 seconds.
Your Honor, I need to go to the 437th. Can I make my trial announcement and then confer with the prosecutors?
Yes, sir. I need the prosecutor here. I do apologize. I only have one prosecutor here today. She is in conferring. Did you want to go and then come back, or?
Sure, I can do that. I'll be right back.
Thank you so much, Counselor. Mr. Pop, join your attorney in the breakout room.
What's going on in this case? Trying to pull it up. Do me a favor.
Attorney Previty, what is that cause number for your case again?
Judge, it's cause 673911. It's number 38 on your docket.
Thank you. I have the paperwork on that. Thank you. Attorney Margot Gallegos. Gallegos. Sorry
Yes,
about
Your
that.
Honor.
Yes, you said you needed to go to another court.
Yes, but I spoke to Ms. Hahn and we're resetting, with your permission, to September 28th.
What's your case numbers?
We're number 35 on the docket, Your Honor.
Thank
Kenneth
thank you.
Headlines. You're welcome.
And is that, what kind of disposition is that going to be? Plea?
It looks like it's going to be a plea.
It is
I'm
going to
taking
be. All right, let's get you into the breakout room with my court coordinator, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All righty, thank you. Attorney Trisha Padilla.
Morning, Your Honor. I have Sabrina Ramirez. She has a felony pending that is set on October 14th, and the prosecutor would like to see if the felony case will TIC this one. And so we were requesting a reset to after the felony date, if possible.
Can we do it the same day so
Sure.
that, okay, you say the 14th?
She said it was set on October 14th. I'm not the attorney on that case, but that was the date that Ms. Hahn gave me.
Okay, and make sure that your client just checks in with us first, and then because we open up about 8:30, and then they can
Okay.
proceed to their to the felony. And please give me that cause number.
It is. I just had it. Hold on, I just lost it. It is 643118.
Okay, counsel, thank you much. You and your client are excused. Let me get you in with the court coordinator, sorry, so that she can get all the information that she needs, okay?
Okay, sure. Thank you.
I'll put your client in there with you as well. Okay. Attorney Andrew Priest, you can hear me now?
Yes, Judge, good morning. Sorry, I
Morning,
had
sir.
a
Good.
little technical difficulties. I was here on Lance Strickland. I believe he's number 50 on your docket.
Okay, sir.
And I'd conferred with Mr. Bosis off docket. I believe we have an agreement. We just need a setting to do the plea.
Okay. You were set for pre-trial conference hearing today, right, sir?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All righty. Let me put you in with the court coordinator, and sir, you can be excused from there, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Attorney Barrera, are you still here? Okay,
Yes, Your Honor.
all righty. Court is going to go ahead and start sharing the court's screen. Attorney Barrera, thank you so. I appreciate you going ahead and taking care of this matter. You can see the court screen,
Yes, Your Honor.
and Mr. Magna Bellman, you can see the court screen
Yes, Your Honor.
already. Going to go ahead and sign this document. We do have an emailed, e-filed proof of the completion of the conditional requirement of the conditions for this dismissal. So I'm going to go ahead and sign this. And thank you very much. Counsel, you and your client are excused unless you have other matters in this court.
I do, Your Honor, but Pedro, you can be excused.
Okay, at 88 Bosis. Good morning.
Good morning, Judge.
Okay, hope you're feeling better.
Yeah, feeling better.
Okay, so we have the following cases for trial announcement. If you would be kind enough to go ahead and pull them up. 645, 873. That's on Eddie Richard. 652, 322. That's David Ibarra. That's number 15 on the docket. Cause number 669901. That's Alisa Flores. Cause number 671306. And that's Carlos Garcia. Cause number 671575. That's on a Brandon Sandoval. Cause number 673911. That's on an Ana Patricia Garcia.
Your Honor, if I may, on that case, we have the plea ready on Ana Patricia Garcia. That's the one we're aligned to plea on.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank
Understood.
you.
Mhm. Okay, state let me know when you're ready and all of those. And Attorney Sherman, do you need to confer with the ADA?
Judge, we have a plea agreement. The only problem is that there's some paperwork issues. It's not letting me send it. So if I could confer with the DA so I can figure out why it's not sending.
Okay. Okay, sir, you should have your invitation.
Thank you.
And Judge, I'm ready.
Alrighty. I believe that Attorney Shannon Locke had to get to a district court and we'll be right back. So let us take up the matter on cause number. Let us get on record. Court is going to call cause number 652-322, State of Texas versus David Ibarra. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Brett Bosis for the state.
Jose Rocha for David Ibarra.
David Ibarra,
Yes.
let the record reflect that the defendant is actually physically in the courtroom and present with his attorney. State, we're here for a trial announcement on record. State, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
Yes, Judge, state announces ready.
Defense, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
Not ready, Your Honor. My client has requested for another court-appointed attorney. I have filed my motion to withdraw, and it's been accepted by the court. In addition, Your Honor, we have also filed a motion to continue based on a jury trial in children's court. Then you also have that filed and has been e-filed and accepted by the clerks.
Mr. Ibarra, you're requesting for another attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir. Mr. Rocha is a very experienced and capable attorney. So I have no idea why you would be wanting to go ahead and go with another attorney. He is very, very competent.
Your Honor, I do not oppose him getting another court-appointed attorney. I believe that there is a conflict and irreconcilable differences that have arisen that prevent the attorney-client privilege to continue. And we're both requesting for another court-appointed attorney to be given to him.
Mr. Ibarra?
Yes.
Mr. Ibarra, this does not take away, we're not gonna reset the clock on this. You're still set for a trial. So it makes it very difficult to put another attorney in that position. Right. I will need to go ahead and take this into consideration, and I may consider the motion for continuance first before I consider the motion to withdraw. So at this time, I am going to look at the motion for continuance closely and be able to make a decision on that, but I am hesitant at this time to grant a motion to withdraw.
Your Honor, again, I would like for the court to reconsider I'm unable to represent him because he's requested another attorney. Not only that, but that motion to continue has also been in file since we received the setting because of the fact that I was set for a jury trial in children's court. I have been in contact with your staff, and I have even provided your staff with the information needed for that. And as it stands right now, presently, I'm still set on the 15th. Your Honor, I believe that if you do give my client allowed for this motion to withdraw and give my client at least 30 days so that the other attorney can get up to speed, I believe that this case may be able to get resolved.
Mhm.
But I don't believe that I would be able to move forward even if you retain me in this matter, Your Honor. I'll ask for this court to reconsider this motion to withdraw.
And I will go ahead and most definitely be glad to entertain that at that time with the motion for continuance. If you will look at the local rules, criminal cases do take precedence over civil matters. And so if you will take note of that and then bring that argument to me regarding the motion for continuance, and then as far as the motion to withdraw.
Your Honor, I did bring that up already, and it's in part of the motion. And in that motion, it was very well delineated, Your Honor, that this case has been set for a long time. We have a court of record already that's been picked because of the type of case that it is, which is a termination of parental rights.
Sure.
Your Honor, if you would like for me to contact the other court and let them know that that this court is forcing me to go through a jury trial where my client does not want me to represent him, I can do that too. But I don't believe that that's in the best interest of justice, and I don't believe that that's in the best interest of my client either.
And again, I will go ahead and take that matter up. I will take that matter up, and I will probably take that matter up. But right now, sir, as far as I'm concerned, we're still going to proceed with this matter. And again, I'll listen to your motion for continuance.
That motion to continue is still upon this court, Your Honor. I'm making the argument right now.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
There's a conflict.
And again, if you would consult the local rules and be able to go ahead and give me an argument with regard to that.
Judge, could the state say something?
Shay, please go ahead and add what you feel that you can contribute.
Yes, Judge, the state's position would just be that if, as defense has stated, he's put forth that there's an irreconcilable difference between himself and the defendant. And so we would be unopposed to a continuance because the state would not want to proceed to trial when the defendant and the defense attorney are unable to agree on how to resolve the case. It just, it would not be in the best interests of justice or the community for that to happen. So we would be unopposed to the continuance.
And state, you have some insight or privity to the communications of the defendant and a defense attorney?
No, not at all, Judge. I'm just,
Okay.
I heard what the defense counsel said, and he said that they had an irreconcilable difference, and so I'm taking him at his word to the court.
Yes, sir. Okay, anything further?
Nothing further from the state.
Okay. And anything further from defense?
Again, Your Honor, I am reminding the court that I'm set for another type of trial. And there's no way for me to proceed, and we're asking the court to please allow me to withdraw and have another court-appointed lawyer to represent him for the interest of justice.
Understood. I have heard your argument and you have heard my response, correct, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. If there be nothing else further on this matter, what I will have you do, Mr. Rocha, Attorney Rocha, is again consult the local rules, and then you can reapproach on this matter. All righty?
Yes, Your Honor, and again, for the record, I am not ready.
Yes, I've got your not ready marked. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And the reasons that you have marked indicated that you're not ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. And could my client please be excused?
Oh, no, he's not going to be excused at this time because he has made that indication. You have made that indication, and I'm hoping that you would be able, if I can give you some time to consult the local rules, you'll be able to come back on this matter either this afternoon or tomorrow.
Your Honor, both tomorrow and today I have courts waiting for me.
Yes,
I've been on this Zoom since 8:30, Your Honor.
Yes,
I
sir.
have not only felony courts that are calling my office asking where I'm at, but I have other courts that I need to appear. And that's the same thing that's going to happen tomorrow, which includes hearings in Kendall County. Your Honor, this is the third time that my client has been in your court from 8:30 until 5 p.m., a whole entire day.
Right.
I'm asking please for him to be released.
And no, and not a problem. I'm sure that he had been waiting for his attorney.
No, that's not the
during
case,
those
Your
times.
Honor. That's not the case.
Attorney Rocha?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And so what I am telling you now is that you need to go ahead and consult the local rules and get back to this court. And your attorney, your client can wait for you either for this afternoon, or he can go ahead and we can go ahead and recall this for Friday. If Friday proves to be so impossible for you, you said that you are, if that proves to be impossible, I'll be glad to go ahead and work with you on Monday. But you say that you're supposed to be in trial, and I haven't ruled on that yet because you have not come back to me regarding the local rules.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All righty.
I'll come back at some point.
Okay.
Your Honor.
Thank you. Excuse me. Excuse me. Let us get on record. And cause number. Court is going to call cause number 669-901. 669-901. State of Texas versus Alisa Lisette Flores. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Brett Bosis for the state.
Ivan Burr for the defense.
Ms. Elisa Lisette Flores, please unmute and respond.
Judge, I don't believe she's on yet. I just got in contact with her. She should be logging on pretty soon.
Oh, okay. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get off, suspend that record until that happens. Please let me know as soon as she gets here.
Yes.
Is your other client here?
Judge, and for Miss Flores, that one's actually set for a plea, and all the paperwork has been submitted as well.
Counsel, I'll just need for you on that cause number on Ms. Flores. Check with the DA. I don't have the paperwork yet. Yeah, but I'll double check.
Yes, Your
Let's
Honor.
get on court. Let's get on record. The court is going to call cause number 671-306, State of Texas versus Carlos Alberto Garcia. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Brett Bosis for the state.
Ivan Burr for the defense.
We're here for, where's Mr. Carlos Garcia?
Judge, he's the individual that was here in the earlier, but he had a bad connection, and he required him to show up in person. So he's on this.
Okay. All righty, so we're waiting on him as well. Okay, counsel.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Alrighty.
And that was separate plea as well, Your Honor. Paperwork has been submitted.
Attorney Raymond Martinez. Court is going to get on record. Excuse me, Attorney Fox.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. Do we need to go ahead and get you in with the court coordinator for dates?
Yes, Your Honor, please. I've already conferred. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Let's get on record. Court is going to call cause number, hold on a second.
Your Honor, Carlos Garcia has made it.
Okay. All right, thank you. Court is going to call cause number 673-911, State of Texas versus Ana Patricia Garcia.
We're ready, Your Honor.
Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Brett Bosis for the state.
Daphne Previty from Sean Brown's office, representing Ana Patricia Garcia, Judge.
Thank you. Ana Patricia Garcia, please unmute and respond.
Yes, ma'am. I'm Ana Patricia Garcia. I'm present. Right here.
And let the record reflect that the defendant is in the courtroom with her attorney. We're here for a trial announcement on record. State, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
No, Judge, I believe we have an agreement for a plea with defense.
Defense?
Yes, Judge. That's the case. We've turned in our plea paperwork. You mentioned this morning that you already have that paperwork in front of you.
Okay, and so you're not ready to proceed to trial either?
No, we don't need a trial. We've agreed to waive our right to trial for the plea agreement.
Okay. Are you, so let's proceed to go ahead and take the plea then.
Excellent.
Are you Ana Patricia Garcia?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
The same that has been accused of driving while intoxicated, alleged to have occurred on the 17th day of November 2021 and classified as a Class B misdemeanor. Are you the same so accused?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing else but the truth under pains and penalties of perjury, so help you God?
I do.
Thank you. You may go ahead and lower your right hand. Court is going to start sharing the court screen. Ms. Garcia, can you see the court screen?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Defense
Yes, Judge.
and state?
Yes, I can.
State, on display is a document that's entitled State's Consent to Video Conferencing. Did you sign that document that's consenting to these proceedings by video conferencing?
Judge, I can see they've been signed by ADA Han, and the state does consent.
State's video conferencing consent is made part of the record. Defense, on display is a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Video Conferencing. Ms. Garcia, is this your signature where I am circling the cursor?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Did you sign this document that's consenting to plea by video conferencing?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Counsel, with your signature on the same document, do you join your client in consenting to these proceedings by video conferencing?
Yes, Judge, that's my electronic signature and our firm consents.
And defendant's consent to video conferencing is made part of the record. Counsel, how long have you been representing Ms. Garcia?
Just one moment, Your Honor. I can tell you that in a second. It
Is it
has
greater-
been since November of last year.
Of 2021?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are we applying for probation? And if so, which one?
We're applying for deferred adjudication, Your Honor.
Thank you, counsel. Ms. Garcia, I draw your attention to the document on display. It's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication Community Supervision. This is a 2-page document. This is the second page. I draw your attention further to where I am circling this cursor about the middle of the second page, whereby it says that you personally appeared before me today, albeit via Zoom. You are the defendant in this case, and I have sworn you in. Under oath, you're going to tell me that your application for deferred adjudication community supervision and the document entitled your personal data sheet is true and correct. Keeping in mind that if it's not completely filled in, it cannot be true and correct. I'm going to share with you your personal data sheet. All I need for you to do is tell me if there's any information that's missing or needs to be filled in, okay?
Yeah.
This one is primarily blank. Is there another one I should be looking at?
Judge, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I did send the attachment to, I did include the attachment.
So Judge, we were having problems filling that out. There were a few parts that were set for me. So Ms. Garcia printed it, filled it in completely, and then sent it with this document.
Okay. Counsel, if you have just the personnel data sheet, perhaps you can go ahead and email that to the court coordinator, okay? Or to the clerk.
I need to check. I think Ms. Garcia had it. You didn't send me a copy, did you? You just sent it to the court?
I did just send it to the court, but I'll be happy to email it to you, yes.
Okay, so if you send it to me, I'll then send it to the court.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. So we'll do that in just a moment, Judge. I'm going to turn to my other computer screen.
Okay, not a problem. So the let's go ahead and counsel?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, once you go ahead and get that, please be able to go and share that with the court. We shall go ahead and continue. Ms. Garcia, do you need to talk to your attorney to understand the consequences of your response to this statement? That the defendant understands and acknowledges that any untrue statement excuse me, in the application or the exhibit, your personal data sheet, may be grounds for denial or revocation of any community supervision in this case. Do you need to speak with your attorney before responding?
No, ma'am.
And what is your response? Do you understand and so acknowledge?
I do understand, yes.
And you so acknowledge?
I acknowledge.
I will sign the document and make it part of the record. State, have you fulfilled your discovery and Brady requirement in this case?
Yes, we have, Judge.
And counsel, are you satisfied that the state has fulfilled its obligation to provide you discovery under Article 39.14 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, as well as giving you full access to the state's files?
I am satisfied, Your Honor.
And state, is this matter subject to the law enforcement disclosure? And if it is, has it been fulfilled? Has that been complied with?
It is, Judge, and yes, it has been complied with.
I will sign the discovery acknowledgement, making it part of the record. State, do you have any motions for the court's consideration?
Yes, Judge. One moment. Judge, the state would move to waive and abandon count 1 and proceed solely on count 2, obstruction of a highway.
We have no objection to that, Your Honor.
Without objection, state's oral motion is granted. State, any other motions for the court's consideration at this time?
Yes, Judge. The state would also move to admit Exhibit 1 into evidence for the purposes of this hearing.
No objection, Your Honor. We've reviewed it carefully.
State, have you provided that Exhibit 1 for the court to review?
Yes, Judge, it should be. Yes, I believe that's it, Your Honor, right there.
Okay. Starting here.
Yes, Judge.
Without objection, state Exhibit number 1 is admitted for the purposes of this hearing. Ms. Garcia, this is state's Exhibit number 1. It's a package of documents. It starts out with stipulation of facts and judicial confession. The next document is blank. The next document is the motor vehicles in the household, whereby it states, you hereby swear that the following motor vehicles are possessed or owned by you or a member of your family or household where you live. Court recognizes that only one vehicle, takes judicial notice that only one vehicle is listed. The next document is a plea bargain and is entitled Plea Bargain. The next document is a waiver of appeal and post-conviction remedies. The next document is another oath, whereby, again, it says you personally appeared before me, albeit via Zoom. You are the defendant in this case. And after being duly sworn in, you have told me under oath that all the facts stated in the above stipulations and plea agreement are true and correct, specifically including these documents so labeled. I've shown you and read the labels to you. You have signed it. I am going to sign it. And it indicates also here by order that you intend to plead guilty. I will go ahead and sign that order. State, any other motions for the court's consideration at this time?
No further motions from the state.
Defense, any motions for the court's consideration?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Garcia, I draw your attention to the document on display. It's entitled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights and Court's Admonitions. This is a 2-page document, this being the first page, and then this is the second page. Is this your signature where I'm circling the cursor?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Did you review this document with your attorney?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
After you reviewed it with your attorney, did you freely and voluntarily sign this document?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
So with your signature and your testimony, you're telling me that you understand everything in this 2-page document as it was reviewed and explained to you by your attorney.
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the representation of your attorney?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
She's a very experienced and wise attorney, and she has done very well by you. She has been able to remove this as a DWI and lowering it to an obstruction, and even at that, making it a regular Class B misdemeanor.
Yes.
So now, she explained to you the range of punishment in this case.
Yes, she did, Your Honor.
Okay, and then your constitutional rights, and you understood them?
I do, Your Honor.
With that understanding, do you freely and voluntarily give up your constitutional rights?
I do, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
I will approve your jury waiver. I will sign it, make it part of the record. Counsel, do you believe that your client is competent to enter into a plea?
I do, Judge.
And with the information, were you able to apprise this defendant of the nature of the offense and charges against her?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you and the defendant waive the formal reading of the information?
We do, Your Honor. She has a copy that I emailed to her yesterday.
Thank you, counsel. State, what is your punishment recommendation to the court?
State's recommendation is for 15 months of deferred adjudication probation, a $500 fine plus court costs, 48 hours of community service, the DWI education class, the U Impact class, the TAIP evaluation, and ignition interlock for half the term.
I'm sorry, is U Impact the same as DWI education?
No.
That was the class that I believe we agreed to was. There was the DWI victim impact and the DWI education. I couldn't understand. So I guess what he said maybe was the DWI victim impact panel.
State.
Yes, the U Impact class is basically the same as the victim impact panel.
Okay, that's what we agreed to, Your Honor.
You agreed to, counsel, I was going to ask you, is that your understanding of the state's punishment recommendation to the court?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Garcia, is that your understanding of what your attorney has worked out with the state on your behalf in order to be able to dispose of this matter today?
Yes, Your Honor.
With that understanding, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty and for no other reason than the fact that you are guilty?
That is correct, Your Honor.
That's a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
I will accept your plea of guilty, finding that it is intelligently and freely made. And I apologize for that movement. Oh, that paper. Counsel, what, if anything, do you have on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, she was immediately remorseful. She came in and hired us. We wanted to put her in the best position possible. This is her first time getting in trouble. She's a middle-aged woman in her 50s, similar to myself. She was very surprised that this happened. It was after a work event, and she immediately took responsibility. So we'd ask you to follow the plea agreement. There's one other thing I wanted to bring to the court's attention and ask for permission. I had emailed Ms. Hahn about it because she's the one I've been primarily conferring with. She is from Peru. She became an American citizen in 1995, but her family is still there and she has plans to visit them in December. So we wanted to ask the court's permission for her to be allowed to make that trip to visit her mother this December.
Counsel, that would be a separate motion. I will be glad to go ahead and entertain that. Okay. Counsel, I have not received that data.
Ms.
Personal
Garcia,
data.
have you sent it to me yet, or were you waiting till after the plea?
Actually, I need to go to a different computer because I don't have it on this laptop. I have it on my work laptop. So that's why I haven't been able to send it yet. I mean, I have it with me here.
Are you able to open it up and send it to me quickly?
If I would have to walk away, if you let me walk away to go get the other laptop. Your
Honor, is that permissible?
Yes, let's go ahead and suspend the record for that to happen. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Garcia, go get it as quickly as you can.
Judge, may I briefly approach George Sherman?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's my next tasker here, is to address the attorneys while we're waiting. Okay, so let me just catch up with myself for a second. Okay. Attorney Andrew Priest, you're gone, right? Okay, all righty. Attorney Sherman, what is your cause number, please?
Bermuda's is the case.
Okay.
And it is, I've lost that page now and I don't have it in front of me, but the problem is, Judge, that we've got the wrong email for the defendant in the case, and so it's not going through. The paperwork isn't going through.
Oh, didn't we have this problem before?
No, ma'am, it just cropped up, and the problem is this, that we're set for tomorrow anyway. So can we go ahead and redo the paperwork with the correct email and come back and finish this tomorrow?
Okay. Okay, so let's just do a quick, because I think this is on the trial docket, sir. It's set for trial announcement today.
I don't know that it's set for tomorrow. I know that. But we're doing the plea papers right now, but we just got it sent to the wrong email.
Now, that's not a problem. Let's just get on record and with regard to the trial announcement that it is set for today. State, if you pull up cause number 667-916, I believe you should have had 667-916.
Yes, Judge, I have it.
You have it? ADA Hi Martinez, you say you have it?
Yes, Judge.
Let's, the court is going to call cause number 667-916, State of Texas versus Apollonia Bermudez. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Ling Han for the state.
George Sharman for the defendant.
And Mr. Apollonia Bermudez Jr., please unmute and respond.
He's in a breakout room, Judge.
Oh,
We were trying to go over the papers. That was the problem. And now we figured out what the problem is.
okay.
Lynn, do you
Mr.
remember-
Apollonia Bermudez
There he is.
Jr.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, there you are, sir. All righty. Let the record reflect that the defendant is in the courtroom with his, in this court session with his attorney. State, we're here for trial announcement on record. State, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
Judge, we are not ready. This case is meant to be TIC dismissed with a plea that is set for tomorrow.
That is
Defense?
correct, Judge.
You intend to TIC this one?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what other case is that tomorrow? What's the case number, please?
It is 667917, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, all righty. Thank you very much. Counsel, do you have anything further in this court this morning?
No, Judge.
You and your client are excused.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ling, I'll get with you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Sharman.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Excuse me, 2 seconds. Attorney in privity, Ms. Flores, I had sent you an invitation. Please join that invitation. Accept that invitation.
I don't see one yet, Judge.
Oh, no, not you, counsel. I'm sorry. I'm just wondering if you're ready to proceed yet.
I'm still waiting for it to arrive. She's emailed it to me, but it hasn't shown up.
Okay, no, not a problem. Deputy Garza, if you will accept the invitation I sent you. And I'll be right back.
Your Honor, I was wondering if I could make my trial announcement on Eddie Lee Richard.
Sorry, I was muted. There are folks here for civil matters?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
very
ma'am.
good. Very good. If you'll just give me 2 more seconds, I'll be glad to go ahead and attend to you in a
Yes,
minute.
ma'am.
okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And now I need all of you to please rename yourselves if you are not showing your first name and last name. I appreciate you renaming yourselves if you're here, okay? I think CW's phone, you need to go ahead and rename that while you're waiting. Attorney Nicolette Saenz, are you here for a civil matter?
Not for a civil matter, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I have a client on the criminal docket.
Thank you. All righty.
It's on line 16 of the docket.
Thank you very much. That's very helpful.
Yes, hello, Your Honor. This is CW's phone. It's Charles Smith and Brian Ramirez.
Please go ahead and name it as such, okay? Go ahead and rename it as such. Thank you.
How do I do that? I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to just take a quick Zoom tutorial on that, okay, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
It's available on YouTube. Go right ahead and do that and come on back, okay? All right.
Yes.
Attorney Saenz, I was speaking with you. Do you need to get in and talk to confer with the DA?
I do.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
ADA Han, are you still conferring?
Yes, Judge.
Thank you. Attorney, I just saw her. You should have your invitation. Attorney Fox? Taylor
Yes,
Wood.
John. Judge, I've been given the date of December 8th for this, I'm sorry, for trial, I don't know what you call it, docket announcement, trial announcement.
Oh, you're here for a pretrial conference, sir?
Yeah, I was, Your Honor, yes.
Okay, all righty. We'll go ahead and get to those in a minute. And sir, if you do have something else to take care of this morning, you can come back at 2:15 if you like.
No, I'm done, Judge. I have my date. I'm good.
Okay, just give me a second, sir. Appreciate your patience.
No problem. Take your time.
Attorney Taylor Wood.
Yes, Judge, I'm here for Andrew Del Cueto for our client Robert Polk.
And what cause number is that, or if you have the court, the
I have the case number, Judge.
Yes, please proceed.
681218.
It's number 51, Judge.
It's set for a pretrial conference today.
Okay, do you need to go ahead and get dates for the method of disposition?
I do, Judge. I had sent a chat to Maria, but I was never placed in a room with her.
Okay, let me go ahead and do that for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Attorney Albert Acevedo III.
Your Honor, I have 2 cases on the docket right now. It's Gabino Uribe is a first page trial docket, and I believe a dismissal was copied to the court and to you.
Okay, hang on 2 seconds, sir.
Your Honor, may I get up to use the restroom?
You can go ahead and text the Deputy Garza, okay? And the answer is
Messed her. She answered that.
okay. Attorney Acevedo? But the answer is
Yes,
yes,
Your Honor.
Mr. Sandoval. Yes, what was the other case number, sir?
The other case number, it's gonna be Chesley Elkins, last page of the docket, second to last. And that one's gonna be cause number. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Judge. I gave it, I gave you the right name. It's cause number 685032.
I have it, sir. Your description was correct. And that's set for pretrial conference hearing.
Correct, Judge. That's the other one. That's a PTC.
Okay. And sir, I will deal with both of your cases at the same time for you. Okay, sir?
Okay.
All right. Give me a second. I just need to finish the plea and process and then attend to you. Attorney Andrew Priest.
Good morning, Judge. I announced earlier on a case and we got a reset form or a reset with Ms. Lunan, but I just noticed there was a conflict on the date we agreed to. So I was hoping I could go back into a breakout room with her.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Let me get you there.
Thank you.
And Your Honor, I just need to make a trial announcement when I can, Your Honor.
Yeah. Oh, yes, sir. Absolutely. Okay. All right. And Attorney Joseph Stetson, do you need to speak with the ADAs?
No, I just need to announce, Your Honor.
Okay. And Attorney Sines?
I just need to announce on my case, Your Honor.
Okay. And Attorney Claudine Espinoza?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'd like to confer with the state, please.
Okay.
I'm giving it. Thank you, Your Honor.
Right. How we doing, Attorney Previty?
Your Honor, I emailed it to you and to your coordinator, so hopefully you have it in your emails now.
Thank you. We're going to go ahead and get back on record. On cause number 673-911, State of Texas versus Ana Patricia Garcia. Court is going to resume sharing the court screen. At the time that we suspended the record, counsel, you, you and your client were working on sending me the personal data sheet. Acknowledge I have received that. And are we ready to proceed?
Defense is ready, Your Honor.
State.
Yes, state's ready, Judge.
At the time that we suspended the record, I believe state that you have provided your recommendations, punishment recommendations to the court. And defense, you have agreed that that was your understanding. And I believe that Ms. Garcia, you have said that was your understanding and you pled guilty. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, correct.
I've accepted your plea of guilty and your attorney has said some very nice things about you. And now I just need to follow up with a few questions. Whom do you live with?
I live by myself, ma'am.
And describe for me by year, make, model, the vehicle that we're going to put the ignition interlock, or do you have it already on?
I don't have it. It is a 2014 Chevrolet Impala.
What color?
Gray.
State, what was the BAC in this case?
If I may, Your Honor, it was a 0.12.
State, was there an accident in this case? State?
Judge, I don't believe so, but I'd need to double check the report to be sure.
There was not.
I state you're still checking, or shall I proceed?
No, Judge, you may proceed. There was not an accident in this case.
Counsel, is there any legal reason why this matter cannot be disposed of today?
No, Judge, there's not.
Ms. Garcia, although there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty in this matter, I am going to withhold my finding of guilt, and I'm going to place you on 15 months, 15 months of deferred adjudication, community supervision probation for obstruction of highway. You will be supervised on behalf of this court by the Community Supervision and Corrections Department with the following conditions: $500 fine plus court cost, 48 hours of community service restitution, DWI education, the uimpact.com, TAP evaluation, and ignition interlock for half the term, which must be installed in 10 calendar days. I will expect an affidavit from you within 10 calendar days that states that you will not drive any vehicle that's not equipped with an ignition interlock. I'm going to set your supervision fees at $50. State, did I cover everything for you?
Yes, you did, Judge.
And counsel, anything further on this matter?
No, Your Honor. Thank you very much for hearing the plea today.
Thank you. And Ms. Garcia.
Yes, Your Honor.
Regarding the trial court certification of defendant's right to appeal, this has been a plea bargain case. I'm going to, sorry about that, bouncing up and down. I am going to certify that you have no right to appeal. I have signed it. You'll get a copy of this trial court certification of defendant's right to appeal when you come down to provide us your fingerprints. Today is Thursday, so can you make it tomorrow, Monday, or Tuesday, or Wednesday next week? Which one?
What is it? What is it that you're asking her to do, Judge?
Come and provide us fingerprints. So would that be today, tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week?
I can do Monday, Your Honor.
Okay, that's Monday, the 15th of August.
Correct.
Okay, and so this is what happens. You will come down to County Court at Law Number 2, located at 300 De La Rosa. That's 300 De La Rosa, San Antonio, Texas, 78205. We're located on the first floor of the Kadena Reese Justice Center. When you come, just check in with the deputy and they will give you further directions. You need to come down between the hours of 2 p.m., after 2 p.m., and before 4:30 p.m. And if you do not appear on Monday, a warrant will be issued for your arrest. Do you understand, Ms. Garcia?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, very good. And Ms. Garcia, I believe everything that your attorney has said about you. We appreciate the contributions that you're making to society and understanding that this is just a bump in the road. Things happen, and do expect you to be successful on your probation. And I'm looking for your success on probation. Of course, I'm also looking to, I think I can shrink myself down, okay, to fit into a suitcase when you go to Peru.
You bet, Your Honor.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Please, your attorney is going to go ahead and turn that motion in. I just need very specific information, and I wish you the very best of luck. Okay, see you soon.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Your Honor, do we have to visit with the CLO this morning?
No, she can visit on Monday.
Okay, very well. May I be excused, and may Ms. Garcia be excused?
Absolutely. Thank you very much. I'm going to stop sharing the screen.
Thank you. So Ms. Garcia, go ahead and sign off and I'll call you.
All right, thanks.
Attorney Shannon Locke, you're going to announce on 2 cases.
Just for our trial case, Your Honor, we're still, we'll confer on our pretrial conference, Mr. De Leon. But we are ready for trial on Mr. Eddie Lee Richard.
Let's get on record. State, if you would be kind enough to pull up cause number 645-873. 645-873.
Yes, I have that pulled up, Judge.
Let's get on record. Court is going to call cause number 645-873. And counsel, is your client with you there?
He is just out in the hall. Can I go grab him, Judge?
Sure, okay.
So he is in the courtroom, Your Honor. Come on up, Eddie. Come on up.
How you doing, Joe? Doing
Court is going to call cause number 645-873, State of Texas versus Eddie Lee Richard. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Brett Bosis for the state.
Shannon Locke for Eddie Lee Richard.
And are you Eddie Lee Richard?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let the record reflect that the defendant is in the courtroom and in this court session with his attorney. Excuse me. We're here for trial announcement on record. State, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
Yes, state's announcing ready, Judge.
Defense, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
We're ready, Your Honor.
Alrighty, we'll have the jurors at 12:30 on Tuesday, the 16th, actually. So counsel and state, I expect you back in the courtroom at 11:30, okay? And is there anything that needs to be cleared up or discussed, arbitrated regarding this matter before we start trial on Tuesday?
No, Your Honor.
State?
No, Judge. I'll be talking with defense, but no motions at this time.
Okay. Alrighty, so I will expect both parties in the courtroom at 11:30 a.m. Okay? On
Thank you, Your
Tuesday.
Honor.
Thank you, sir. You and your client are excused, defense. Okay. Okay, court is gonna get on record and call cause number 644-261, State of Texas versus Gambino Uribe. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state. Mr. Uribe, I need for you to place your device on a flat surface and place yourself in the center of it. I need to see your head, your face, please.
This is Attorney Albert Acevedo for Mr. Uribe, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. State,
Ling Han for the state.
and Mr. Uribe, again, if you will go ahead and adjust your camera so they can see your whole face. And if you unmute and respond.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let the record reflect that the defendant is in the courtroom or court session with his attorney. State, are you ready to, we're here for trial announcement on record. State, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
Judge, a dismissal has already been submitted to the court along with a motion to forfeit the weapon.
Defense. So state, are
Judge, I
you ready? Or,
received-
I'm sorry, defense. So state, are you ready or not ready?
Judge, the state is not ready on this case.
Defense?
Judge, you ready?
Court is going to start sharing the court screen. State, is that, can you see the court screen?
Yes, Judge, I can see the screen.
Defense, can you see the court screen? Sorry, defense, you're muted.
I didn't hear you, Judge. Can you repeat that, please?
Right, can you see the court screen, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
And has the requirements for the conditional dismissal, has it been e-filed to the court?
They have, Your Honor.
Sorry, again, sir.
They have, Your Honor.
Okay.
They've been e-filed.
All right. And I shall proceed to go ahead and sign, and then you had one condition, other condition state?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, and what was that?
It was for, just one moment. I believe it was for completion of a gun safety course. And I think for community service.
It was just a gun safety course.
It was for just a gun safety course,
Yes, just for the gun safety course.
Okay, and did you tender a motion to this court?
For,
Was there a condition to destroy the weapon?
yes, that has also been sent out already.
Okay, so the court is in possession of a motion, state's motion to destroy the weapon and order authorizing destruction. Defense, what say ye to this motion?
Judge, I just asked that in lieu of attorney's fees that be awarded to me.
Okay, so that was not part of the conditional requirements?
The state had indicated that they would be asking to destroy the weapon.
Okay.
And Judge, I don't know that that's appropriate because it appears from our records that Mr. Acevedo has been hired, so it wouldn't be in lieu of attorney's fees as it usually is for court-appointed attorneys.
Judge, I'm not opposed.
Not opposed to destruction of the
Destroying the
weapon?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so you're not opposed to destruction of the weapon. I am going to go ahead and with the state's motion, without objection from the defense, I am going to go ahead and sign it. And I am going to sign the motion to dismiss. As conditions have been completed. Okay. Court is going to stop sharing court's screen. State, anything further on this matter?
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
Defense,
Nothing further, Your Honor.
you and your client are excused unless you have another case in this court.
Just one other matter, Judge, that we were going to take up.
Okay. Let me grab that one. Counsel, how are we going to dispose of cause number 685032?
Judge, on that matter, we just need to be placed in the trial docket. We're still awaiting discovery on that.
Okay. And do you have the trial dates from the court coordinator, sir? Or need to-
I don't, Judge. I need to be placed in a breakout room so I can get those.
Okay, all righty. Thank you, counsel. Attorney Stetson.
Hello, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, sir. Oh, yeah, it's almost afternoon.
Yes, I have one client, 633040, Henry Sanchez.
It's got some issues.
Yes, sir. Is that the defendant didn't announce that we're here for pretrial conference hearing?
This is a defendant who I have no contact with. I had been emailing the court to get more info. He was at one point in ICE custody. And I think the state verified he was released from ICE custody, but pretrial has no info for him. I've never contacted him because I don't have a number, address. I got nothing. Pretrial has no info. And my understanding is the state found some out-of-county felony case I have no knowledge of, but I don't have any way to contact him.
Okay.
And if pretrial doesn't have any info, there's nothing else I can do.
And he was being supervised on bond. That was his bondsman pretrial services, I take it, right?
Yes.
Hmm. They didn't even have an address. Well, we'll do our best I can do. Would any more time assist you in locating the
No further time would assist me. I've since appointment I've attempted, and there's nothing pretrial has. The last notes that they had was he was in ICE custody, but the state found a little bit more info, but there's no facility. There's no, he's not in custody to my knowledge. We just don't know where he is.
All righty. We will, I will issue a judge's warrant and remand without bond. If we do come in contact with him, please approach the court regarding that warrant.
Yes, Judge, I will. May I be excused?
Yes, please. Thank you. Attorney Nicolette Sines. And Attorney Reitmeyer, thank you. I see you. I'm going to call on you next, sir.
Yes, Judge, I am going to announce for Christopher Alvarez. He's on line 16 of the docket.
How are we going to dispose of this matter by trial?
Your Honor, at this point, we only have an offense report. We don't have any of the videos or any other media for this case. My client also has a felony pending. He has received an offer in that felony, but I am unsure at the moment of whether a plea on that would encompass this or TIC this case. If we could have another pretrial setting to work that out to see whether this case is going to be TIC with the plea.
Are you are you on the felony case?
Your Honor, another attorney at our firm is on the felony case.
Okay, gotcha.
But yes, it's within our firm.
All righty, let's go ahead and get you and put you in a breakout room with the court coordinator for a felony pending reset.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Would that work for you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Attorney Reitmeyer. Sorry. Sir, you needed to approach regarding a motion to withdraw and your client is there.
Yes, ma'am. We file a motion withdraw on both cases, 633-804 and 633-805.
Yes, sir. Let's get a record on cause number 633-0804 and 633-805. Again, that's 633-804, 633-805. Parties approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state. Yes, counsel, if you motion for your client to join you, okay.
He's right here.
Yes, sir. State.
Yes, Judge.
And you're ready on cause number 633-804 and 633-805? It's a motion to withdraw.
Yes, Judge, we're ready.
Attorney Reitmeyer, is your motion?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Alrighty. Oh, excuse me, state, if you would announce.
Brett Bose is here for the state.
Defense.
John Reitmeyer is a movement for the defendant.
And are you Mr. and is it Angel or Angel Miklo Marquez?
It's Angel.
Angel, okay. Angel Miklo Marquez? Marquez? Are you the same?
That's correct, Judge. Marquez.
Okay, that's who you are, sir, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Movement, please proceed, Attorney Reitmeyer.
Your Honor, Mr. Marquez hired our firm on both of these matters. He also wound up having another federal issue that we took care of. In the time that is taking care of the federal issue, Mr. Marquez can't afford to continue representation by paying. Based on everything that's happened, it's my opinion that he's indigent and he would request a court-appointed attorney.
And is that what's going on, Mr. Marquez? Do you have any objections to Mr. Reitmeyer withdrawing from these two cases?
No, ma'am, I don't.
Okay. All righty. And you wish to apply for a court-appointed attorney at this time?
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty. Well, you go ahead and sit right tight and we will be able to go ahead and assist you, okay?
All right, is my court gonna change? Or am I gonna get the court appointed today or?
Right, you're going to go ahead and get taken care of today. My court coordinator will be out to see you very shortly, okay? So we'll start you filling out the application and just sit tight. She'll be out to go ahead and take care of you, okay, sir?
All right, yes, ma'am.
Alrighty, counsel, you're excused. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Judge.
Attorney Taylor Wood.
Yes, Judge, I'm here on Robert Polk. I think they said it was number 51 earlier.
Okay.
I've already conferred and I have dates.
How are we going to dispose of this matter?
We and the state would appreciate another pretrial conference, Judge, and I have a tentative date for that from the coordinator. If you wish for us to set it for trial instead, I have the dates for that as well.
Okay, and I'll be right with you. We'll go ahead and go through the pretrial conference hearing. Thank you. Attorney Claudine Espinoza.
Thank you, Your Honor. Could I confer with the coordinator, please?
Sure, absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Attorney Ivan Barrera.
Judge, I just want to give an announcement on the three cases that I have on the docket today. They're all set for pleas. I believe all the paperwork should be complete.
Okay, you're ready with your, okay. I see your cases, they're set for, I see two of them. What's the third one, sir?
Judge, the third one should be Marco Cabrera, cause number 669377. Yeah, he was recalled from last Friday, Judge. He was set for a plea, but there were some issues with it was a red file at the time.
State, if you could go ahead and pull up cause number 669901 and 671306.
I'm ready, Judge.
Okay. Court is going to get on record. These two cases are set for, oh, excuse me, they're all set for pleas. I'm sorry. Okay. Counsel, I say, do you know how you named or labeled the paperwork on cause number 669901? I'm not finding it very easily.
Which cause number are you looking for, Judge?
Cause number 669901. I'm not finding the paperwork on it.
I'm checking now. The paperwork for that cause number for Miss Flores, it shows us, excuse me, still being with the defendant at this time.
Okay, defense? You're muted, sir.
If that's the case, then we can skip that one. I do know for sure though that the other two should be ready.
They are, sir. I have the paperwork on that one. And you just want to go ahead and then work on that one separately?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, alrighty. We'll be able to go ahead and come back on that one. Let's get on record. Before we do, I'd like to recognize Attorney Linda Corley.
Yes, Judge.
Yes. Do you need to get in and speak with an ADA?
Judge, I'm still reviewing discovery, so I'm just really requesting a pretrial conference setting.
Let's see. Your cause number, please.
It is 674-810, Your Honor.
As soon as I ask you for it, I'm looking at it. A finger on it. Okay. Your client did check in, and counsel, if you would at least be able to confer with the attorney since you're here today, and I believe you're here for maybe a pretrial conference hearing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So if you wish to go ahead and confer with the ADAs?
I can do that, Judge. Yes, ma'am.
Attorney Han Martinez, you're still conferring, right?
Yes, Judge, I'm happy to.
Okay. Okay. Those of you in a civil matter, I have just sent you invitations to join me in the breakout room. And just give me a second, I'll be right with you. Let me see, Charles. I think I'm Charles. Wilshire Woods and Charles Smith, if you will accept the invitation that I've sent you.
Your Honor, Charles Smith, I've not received an invitation. I apologize.
Okay, look for something to pop up. Do not accept it right away. I'm going to just move you and move you again, okay, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, do you see an invitation?
I do not.
Okay, sir. Again, probably you need to take another quick YouTube tutorial. It may be 3 dots to your right, 3 dots on your phone. I don't know what device that you're using, so that you'll be able to see the invitation. Okay, and all you need to do is say join. Click on join. You have that choice. Okay.
Right now, all I see is something that says leave.
Let's click on, I don't know what system that you have, but let's go ahead and click on that, sir. And if you are, hello? If you're completely bounced out, then take a tutorial and ask that question. How do I join a breakout room? And so the tutorial will probably be able to show you on the type of device that you're using. Did he leave? I think he figured it out. Okay, alrighty.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Robert Woods. I'm also here for a civil case for Wilshire Woods.
Okay. Alrighty, not a problem. I will go ahead and move you, sir. Thank you. Hold on a second.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Court is gonna get on record on cause number 671-306, State of Texas versus Carlos Alberto Garcia. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Brett Bosis for the state.
Ivan Brewer for the defense.
Are you Carlos Alberto Garcia?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Where are you, Mr. Garcia? Say,
Right here in the court, ma'am.
oh, okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Okay.
Ma'am.
Are you the same Carlos Alberto Garcia that's accused of driving while intoxicated with a 0.15 or higher, alleged to have occurred on the 8th day of October 2021 and classified as a Class A misdemeanor? Are you the same so accused?
Yes, ma'am.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing else but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
You may go ahead and lower your hand. Court is going to start sharing the court screen. Mr. Garcia, can you see the court screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, can you see the court screen?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, can you see the court screen?
Yes, I can, Judge.
State, did you sign this document titled State's Consent to Video Conferencing, thus consenting to to these proceedings by video conferencing?
ADA Hans signed these documents, Judge, and the state does consent.
The state's video conferencing consent is made part of the record. Defense, on display is a document titled Defendant's Consent to Video Conferencing. Mr. Carlos Garcia, is this your signature where I am circling the cursor?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Did you sign this document, thus consenting to plea by video conferencing?
Yes, ma'am.
And counsel, with your signature on the same document, do you join your client in consenting to these proceedings by video conferencing?
I do join, Your Honor.
The defendant's video conferencing consent is made part of the record. Counsel, how long have you been representing Mr. Garcia?
Judge, about 10 months.
And are we applying for probation? And if so, what type?
Yeah, we are, Your Honor. We are applying for deferred adjudication.
Mr. Garcia, I direct your attention to the document on display. It's entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication Community Supervision. This is a 2-page document. This is the first page, and this is the second page. Sir, I draw your attention to the middle of the page where I'm circling the cursor, and it says that you personally appeared before me today. You are the defendant in this case, and you have been duly sworn in under oath. You're telling me that your application for deferred adjudication community supervision, along with the document entitled Personnel Data Sheet, which is going to be attached as an exhibit to your application, is true and correct. I'm going to show you your personal data sheet. Keep in mind that if it's not completely filled in, it cannot be true and correct. And all I need for you to do is identify for me any missing information or information that needs to be corrected. Sorry, this is not being, okay. Is there another personal data sheet that I need to have, as this is not filled in?
Your Honor, my client was having issues with the personal data sheet, but he did create one manually. He sent me a copy and I did e-file it. I do have a copy and I can provide that to the court as well.
Okay, sir. Excuse me, sorry. Counsel, as I'm waiting to receive from it, may I go ahead and proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Garcia, do you need to speak with your attorney to understand the consequences of your response to this statement, that the defendant understands and acknowledges that any untrue statement in the application or the exhibit, your personal data sheet, may be grounds for denial or revocation of community supervision in this case? Do you need to speak to your attorney, sir?
No, ma'am, I believe we went over that already.
And what is your response? Do you understand?
Yes, I do understand, ma'am.
Do you acknowledge?
Yes, I acknowledge.
I will sign the document, making it part of the record, pending receipt of your, still waiting on receipt of your personal data sheet. State, have you fulfilled your discovery and Brady requirement in this case?
Yes, we have, Judge.
Counsel, are you satisfied that the state has fulfilled its obligation to provide you discovery under Article 39.14 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, as well as giving you full access to the state's files?
I am satisfied. State's complied, Your Honor.
State, is this matter subject to law enforcement disclosure? And if it is, has that been fulfilled?
It is, and it has been complied with, Judge.
Thank you, State. I will go ahead and sign the discovery acknowledgement, making it part of the record. State, do you have any motions for the court's consideration?
Yes, Judge, yes, Judge, as part of the plea agreement, the state's going to be waiving the over 0.15 enhancement and proceeding on this as a DWI first class B.
And no objections, Your Honor.
Without objection from defense, the motion, state's oral motion is granted. State, any other motions for the court's consideration?
No further motions from the state.
Defense, any motions for the court's consideration?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Garcia, I draw your attention to the document on display. It's a two-page document, this being the first page, and then this being the second page. Is this your signature where I'm circling the cursor?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Say again?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay. Did you go over this two-page document with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And after going over it with your attorney, reviewing it, did you freely and voluntarily sign this two-page document?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the representation of your attorney?
Absolutely, ma'am.
And you're telling me with your signature and a testimony that you understand everything in this two-page document as it was reviewed and explained to you by your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And he explained to you the range of punishment in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, with your permission, do I need to go ahead and change the offense indicated on this document?
Yeah, that's fine, Your Honor.
State?
No objection, Judge.
Okay. And so, Mr. Garcia, you understand that the range of punishment in this case is $0 to $2,000 fine and 72 hours to 180 days in Bexar County Jail?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you understand did you understand your constitutional rights as explained to you by attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And with that understanding, do you freely and voluntarily give up your constitutional rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, I am, ma'am.
I will approve your jury waiver. I'm going to sign the document, and you will no longer be able to have a trial in this case, sir. Counsel, do you believe that your client is competent to enter into a plea today?
I do believe he is, Your Honor.
And with the information, were you able to apprise this defendant of the nature of the offense and charges against him?
I was, Your Honor.
And do you and the defendant waive the formal reading of the information?
We do waive.
State, what is your punishment recommendation?
State recommends 1 year of deferred adjudication probation a $500 fine plus court costs, 48 hours of community service restitution, the DWI education class, the U impact class, the TAIP evaluation, and ignition interlock for half the term.
Defense counsel, is that your understanding of the state's punishment recommendation to the court?
It is, Your Honor. On my paperwork, on the plea agreement section, I had a check mark on ATP. I know the state said TAIP. I'm sure that's the correct one. I just want to make sure it reflects on the paperwork.
State, anything?
Judge, I'm state has no objection to either one. I guess I'll leave it up to the court.
Anything further, counsel?
No, I mean, Judge, it's just generally speaking, on these cases, it's the TAIP evaluation that's recommended. And I on my paperwork, the check mark was listed as ATP. I did tell my client it was probably an error, and it should be the TAIP evaluation.
Yes, sir. And just so that you know, right here, I will write, just as I would have in the court file, I will write my order here.
Understood, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything else, counsel?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay. And so that's your understanding of the state's punishment recommendation to the court?
It is, Your Honor.
And Mr. Garcia, is that your understanding of what your attorney has worked out with the state on your behalf in order to dispose of this matter for you today?
Yes, ma'am.
And with that understanding, sir, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Now, do you understand that even though you are pleading no contest, I can still find you guilty
Yes, ma'am.
and you still wish to proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
And you've discussed this matter entirely with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And so with your plea of no contest, you're telling this court that you do not wish to fight any of the charges in this case?
That's correct, ma'am.
And that's a yes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then with your plea of no contest, you feel that that is in your best interest? You believe that?
Yes, ma'am.
I will accept your plea of no contest, finding that it is intelligently and freely made and that you're competent to do so.
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, what, if anything, on behalf of your client?
Yes, Judge. Mr. Garcia wanted me to let the court know that he accepts responsibility for everything. He just wants a second chance. He wants to be successful while he's on probation, so he can move forward with his life. This was an out of character situation. He has no, other than this case, he has no other criminal history. I did ask him to provide the court with some mitigation. He did. He was preemptive and completed the DWI education course, the victim impact panel course. He also went above and beyond and completed a parenting course. And he did make a donation of $240, all of which I e-filed with the court. And we would ask the court if he can be given credit for completion of those.
Counsel, since we're already, you've said you have e-filed that would be passed on to the probation, or make sure that he also takes a copy when he goes to meet with probation. The court does not have access to that, so at this time, we'll not be able to go ahead and take judicial notice and grant credit on those, but definitely that will be provided to the court, brought to the court's attention at a later time.
Understood, Your Honor.
Mr. Garcia, whom do you live with?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Whom do you live with, sir?
With my family, my wife and my 2 kids.
And how old are the children?
They're one is 12, the other one is 6.
Sir, does your wife have a vehicle?
Yes, she do. Yes, she does, Your Honor.
What's her name?
Annabelle Carrillo.
State, what was the BAC in this case?
Judge, the BAC was a 0.21.
State, do you have any objections to this defendant being referred to the Bear County Gives Back program?
No objection from the state.
State, did you get copies of the DWI education, you impact, and I guess the parenting class?
I'm not sure, Judge.
Okay, we'll go ahead and verify that. These were, according to defense, have been preemptively taken. And do you have any objections if the court later, after recognizing, accepting those that were taken before the plea?
No, no objection at all.
Defense, is there any legal reason why this matter cannot be disposed of today?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Garcia, which vehicle are we going to place the vehicle ignition? Do you have the ignition interlock on your vehicle?
No, ma'am, not at the moment.
Describe for me year, make, model, and color the vehicle that we're going to put the ignition interlock on.
A 2021 Dodge Ram 1500 black color.
There being no legal reason that this matter cannot be disposed of today, Mr. Garcia, there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty in this matter. However, I'm going to withhold my finding of guilt, and I'm going to place you on 1 year deferred adjudication, community supervision, community supervision probation for DWI first. You will be supervised and monitored by the Community Supervision and Corrections Department on behalf of this court as for the following conditions: $500 fine plus court costs, 48 hours of community service restitution. I will refer you to the Bear County Gives Back program for the satisfaction of first 40 hours. I'll explain about that just a little bit more in a minute. DWI Education, uimpact.com, TAP evaluation and parenting class. You will have the Ignition interlock installed for half the term, installed within 10 calendar days and maintained for half the term of probation. I will expect 2 affidavits from you within 10 calendar days. And that's one from you that you will not drive any vehicle that's not equipped with an ignition interlock, and one from Annabelle Carrillo that you've identified as your wife, who has a separate vehicle from you, and she will not let you drive in her vehicle under any circumstances. Otherwise, I will have to order an ignition interlock on that vehicle. And she will identify her vehicle by year, make, model, color, license plate number, and last 6 digits of the vehicle identification number. And I'm going to set your supervision fee at $50. Mr. Garcia, I do need to ask you one more question to ascertain. Are those the only 2 vehicles that you have in the household?
Yes, ma'am.
State, did I cover everything for you?
Yes, you did, Judge.
And counsel, is there anything further on this matter?
Judge, just one small thing. When you're reciting the conditions, you mentioned the uimpact.com course. On my paperwork, I have the DWI Victim Impact Panel, and that's the course that my client completed that we have a certificate for.
Oh, I thought you said it was the U impact. And so he'll need to go ahead, once he provides that information to the probation officer, he'll also get credit for that, as I've added that on as well.
Understood, Your Honor. Other than that, that's it for me, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Carrillo, excuse me, Garcia. Where did I get Carrillo from? Mr. Garcia, regarding the trial court certification of defendant's right to appeal, this has been a plea bargain case. I am going to certify that you have no right to appeal. You'll get a copy of this when you come down to provide us your fingerprint. Sir, when will you be able to go ahead and do that? Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
Wednesday's fine.
Wednesday. So that will be the 17th of August. We'll see you at 300 De La Rosa, San Antonio, Texas, 78205. We're on the first floor of the Cadena Reese Center. You're already in the courtroom. You know where it is. When you come back in, please go ahead and let the bailiff know that you're here to provide your fingerprints, and we'll go ahead and get you squared away. Sir, you'll be coming back, but in between the hours of 2 p.m. and before 4:30 p.m. Understand that if you do not come and provide your fingerprints, a warrant will be issued for your arrest. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
As far as the Bexar County Gives Back program, it is one alternative for I provide folks to satisfy the community service restitution. You do not have to participate in it. If you don't, you're still responsible for the full 48 hours of community service restitution. If you do, you'll be able to go ahead and complete 40 hours of the 48 hours through that program. I'm going to place you in the breakout room with CLO Jennings, the court liaison officer. She'll explain more detail about that program and if you and determine whether you're eligible. You can I believe your attorney mentioned that you have made some donation already. Please go ahead and provide that information to her so that she'll be able to go ahead and assess that and see if what other alternatives are left for you, okay? And if
Okay.
those, alrighty, sir. I appreciate your efforts coming down here to take care of this matter, sir. I look for your success in probation, on probation, okay, sir? There's no
Yes, ma'am.
doubt
Thank
in
you,
my
Your
head
Honor.
that you're gonna do very well. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Deputy Garza is going to set you up in the room so you can get on Zoom, okay? Court is off record on that matter. Let us get on record. Court is going to call cause number 699-377, State of Texas versus Jesus Cabrera III. Parties, please approach and identify who is before the court, starting with the state.
Hi, Judge. Currently, my lawyer is not here in the Zoom with us. I believe he left a note with you, a letter to you.
Your attorney, Ivan Barrera?
No, ma'am. My attorney, Jerry Keegan.
Oh,
Judge, Mr. Keegan has a vacation letter on the system from this August 6th to the 21st.
okay. Let me go ahead and put Jesus Cabrera. Oh, okay. I do apologize. Let me go ahead and put him in the breakout room with you, okay? So you can reset him. Oh, let me see.
Excuse me, Judge. I joined in now.
Yes, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, Attorney Barrera, your client is Marco Cabrera.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, I have got the cause number correct, right? Just wrong name there.
I think that's what happened, Judge.
Okay.
Yes, Judge, that's exactly what happened.
Okay, thank you. Alrighty, let's get on record. Let's call cause number 669-377, State of Texas versus Marco Cabrera. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Brett Bosis for the state.
Ivan Barrera for the defense.
Marco Cabrera,
Marco Cabrera present.
are you the same Marco Cabrera that is accused of driving while intoxicated, open can, alleged to have occurred on the 14th of September 2021, classified as a Class B misdemeanor?
Yes, I am.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing else but the truth under pains and penalties of perjury? So help you God.
I do.
You may go ahead and lower your right hand. The court is going to start sharing the court screen. Say, can you see the court screen?
Yes, I can, Judge.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Cabaretta, can you see the court screen?
Yes.
State, on display is a document entitled State's Consent to Video Conference. Did you sign that document thus consenting to these proceedings by video conferencing?
I can see that ADA Han has signed them and the state does consent.
State's video conferencing consent is made part of the record. Defense, on display is a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Video Conferencing. Mr. Cabrera, is this your signature where I'm circling the cursor?
Yes, that is my electronic signature.
Did you sign this document thus consenting to plea by video conferencing?
Yes, I did.
So, counsel, with your signature on the same document, do you join your client in consenting to these proceedings by video conferencing?
I do consent, Your Honor.
The video conference, defendant's video conferencing consent is made part of the record. Counsel, how long have you been representing Mr. Cabrera?
Judge, almost a year.
And are we applying for probation? And if so, what type?
We are, Your Honor. We are applying for deferred adjudication probation.
Mr. Cabrera, here's your application for deferred adjudication community supervision. This is a 2-page document. That was the first page. This is the second page. I draw your attention to where I am circling the cursor in the middle of the second page. It says that you personally appeared before me today, that you are the defendant in this case, and you have been sworn in under oath. You're going to tell me that your application for deferred adjudication community supervision and the document entitled your personal data sheet is true and correct. Keeping in mind that if it's not completely filled in, it cannot be true and correct. I'm going to share with you your personal data sheet. All you need to do is identify for me any corrections that need to be made, okay? Whether we need to add something in or make corrections to it.
Okay.
Okay, sir, anything that needs to be corrected?
The only thing missing, Your Honor, was my position, my wages, and a phone number for the first reference.
Okay, great. You say your position and your wages are missing?
Correct.
Okay, and the phone number. Sir, do you need to go ahead and talk with your attorney before to understand the consequences of this statement, that the defendant understands and acknowledges that any untrue statement in your application or your exhibit, the personal data sheet, may be grounds for denial or revocation of any community supervision in this case? Do you need to speak to your attorney?
No, I do not.
And sir, your response, do you understand?
Yes, I do.
And you so acknowledge?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I will sign the document, making it part of the record. State, have you fulfilled your Brady and discovery requirement in this case?
Yes, we have, Judge.
Counsel, are you satisfied that the state has fulfilled its obligation to provide you discovery under Article 39.14 and of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, as well as giving you full access to the state's files?
I am satisfied. States comply, Your Honor.
State, is this a matter subject to law enforcement disclosure? And if it is, has it been complied with?
Yes, Judge, and it has been complied with.
I will sign the discovery acknowledgement, making it part of the record. State, any motions for the court's consideration?
Yes, Judge, the state would move to waive count one and proceed solely on count two, obstruction of the highway.
And no objections, Your Honor.
State, does that include a waiver of the open can?
Yes, state's also waiving any enhancement associated with count one.
Without objection from the defense, that matter is, that oral motion is granted. State, any other motions for the court's consideration?
State would, excuse me, state would move to enter exhibit one into evidence for the purposes of this hearing.
Defense?
Your Honor.
State's exhibit one, I believe is on the bottom of here, state, right here. Okay, state's exhibit one is admitted and Mr. Cabrera, this is state's exhibit number one. It contains these following documents: stipulation of facts and judicial confession. Along, second page is blank, along with the motor vehicles in the household, whereby you state, you hereby swear that the following motor vehicles are possessed or owned by you or a member of your family or household where you live. The court notes that you have listed 3 vehicles. Also, the plea bargain agreement and waiver of appeal and post-conviction remedies, and an oath whereby it says again that you are the defendant in this case. You have personally appeared before me and I have sworn you in. And under oath, you are telling me that all the facts stated in the above stipulations and plea agreement are true and correct, specifically including the documents so labeled that I have gone over and named for you. You have signed it, and I'm going to sign it, making it part of the record. It also indicates that you are going to go ahead and plead guilty in this matter, and I so order. State, any other motions for the court's consideration?
No further motions from the state.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Cabrera, on displays a document entitled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights and Course Admonitions. This is a 2-page document. This is the first page and this is the second page. Is this your signature where I'm circling the cursor?
Yes, it is.
Sir, did you go over this document with your attorney?
Yes, I have.
And after doing so, you freely and voluntarily signed it?
Yes,
With your signature and the testimony, you're telling me that you understood everything in this 2-page document as it was reviewed and explained to you by your attorney?
yes,
You're satisfied with the representation of your attorney?
yes,
He has done a great job for you, waiving getting rid of the DWI, the open can, and making this an obstruction, therefore making it a regular Class B misdemeanor. Sir, do you understand the range of punishment in this case?
yes, I do.
And do you understand your constitutional rights?
Yes, I do.
With that understanding of, do you freely and voluntarily give up your constitutional rights?
Yes, I do.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes,
Sir, I will approve your jury waiver and so order it and make it part of the record. You will no longer be able to have a trial in this matter. Counsel, do you believe that your client is competent to enter into a plea today?
I do, Your Honor.
With the information, were you able to apprise this defendant of the nature of the charges? Excuse
I
me, the
was.
nature of the offense and the charges against him?
I was, Your Honor.
Do you and this defendant waive the formal reading of the information?
We do waive.
State, what is your punishment recommendation in this case?
Judge, the state is recommending 1 year of deferred probation, a $200 fine plus court costs, 40 hours of community service restitution, the DWI education class, as well as the victim impact panel, the ATP evaluation, and ignition interlock for half the term of probation.
Defense, is that your understanding of the state's punishment recommendation in this case?
Judge, just with the exception of the ATP, I just want to make sure it's not the TAIP.
State?
Your Honor, I'm looking at the offer that was conveyed by ADA Han, and her recommendation was for the ATP. However, I know the court usually prefers the TAIP evaluation. So again, I'll just defer to what the court wishes.
Counsel?
Judge, and I guess just to understand, the ATP is the exact same thing as the TAIP as far as what they're both looking for.
Not to my understanding.
And that's what I understood, Judge. So yeah, Judge. If we can just do the TAIP evaluation, I was under the understanding that that's what he'd have to complete.
Yes, sir. Anything further, sir?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Mr. Cabrera, is that your understanding of what your attorney has worked out with the state on your behalf in order to dispose of this matter for you today?
Yes,
With that understanding, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
no contest.
Okay, counsel, state we have a little bit of a mix up with the paperwork is not matching here. As I had stated here, there's an indication here that the defendant's going to plead guilty and the defendant has pled no contest. And there's an indication here that he was going to plead no contest as well. So which is correct on the paperwork?
Judge from the state's position, ADA Han made it a part of the plea agreement that defendant should plead guilty. So my understanding is that it should be a guilty plea.
Defense?
And Judge, we have no issue with that. We can go ahead and change that to.
So state, with your permission, I will change this to a guilty and the defendant's waiver of constitutional rights and course admonitions.
No objection from the state.
Okay. And defense, do you need to explain, to talk with your client?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, how do you wish for me to proceed now? Should I re-ask that question, or are we, because the plea is not congruent with the paperwork now?
Yes, Judge. Prior to the hearing, I explained to my client the differences between the two, and I advised him that it would make no legal significance for his case, so we can proceed with pleading guilty.
Mr. Cabrera, how do you wish, understanding what had the court, your attorney has worked out with the state on your behalf in order to dispose of this matter, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Sir, are you pleading guilty because you are guilty and for no other reason than the fact that you are guilty?
Yes.
And you have not been coerced in entering this plea?
No.
You are freely entering into this plea?
Yes.
You have not been promised anything to go ahead and enter in this plea?
No.
I will accept your plea of guilty, finding that it is freely and intelligently made and that you're competent to do so. Counsel, what, if anything, on behalf of your client?
Yes, Judge. My client wanted me to let the court know that plain and simple, he wants to right a wrong. He would appreciate a chance for probation because it gives him an opportunity to work and help people. And that's something that I love. That's part of his job, is helping people, and this will give him the chance to be able to do so. He understands and accepts the punishment from the court. He does work full time, and I did ask him to complete some mitigation for the court. He did complete the DWI education course. He completed the Victim Impact Panel live course, and he did make a donation of $200 to the Therapeutic Justice Foundation, all of which I have e-filed with the court.
Sorry, accent, stop sharing this one. Thank you, counsel. Mr. Cabrera, whom do you live with?
With my wife and 2 children,
How old are the children?
12 and 17.
Does your wife have a vehicle?
Yes, she does.
What's her name?
Cynthia.
What is it?
Cabrera. Cynthia Cabrera.
Sir, what do you do?
I'm an office manager.
And what are your wages, sir?
50,000 a year.
And the 3 vehicles that you listed in your household, those are the only vehicles that you have, sir?
Yes.
Does that belong to the 17, one of them belongs to the 17-year-old, or are they all
Yes.
yours? One belongs to the 17-year-old?
Yes.
Okay. What is the 17-year-old's name?
Leticia Cabrera.
And what's the relationship to you?
She's my daughter.
So do you have the ignition interlock on your vehicle right now?
No.
Could you describe for me year, make, model of the vehicle that we're going to put the ignition interlock on?
About 2018 Chevrolet Silverado,
What color is it?
black.
State, what was the BAC in this case?
BAC was a 0.19, Judge.
State, excuse me, defense, is there any legal reason why this matter cannot be disposed of today?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Cabrera, although there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty in this matter, I am going to withhold my finding of guilt, and I'm going to place you on 1 year deferred adjudication, community supervision, probation for obstruction. You will be monitored and supervised by the Community Supervision and Corrections Department, otherwise known as probation, with the following conditions: $200 fine plus court cost, 40 hours of community service restitution, DWI education, uimpact.com, the TAP evaluation, and victim impact live, and a parenting class. So you'll go ahead and also install the ignition interlock in your vehicle within 10 days, and you will maintain it for half the term of probation. I will expect 2 affidavits from you within 10 calendar days. One, you will state that you will not drive any vehicle that's not equipped with an ignition interlock, and an affidavit from Cynthia Cabrera and Leticia Cabrera, whom you have identified as your wife and daughter respectfully, that have vehicles and reside with you, that they will not allow you to drive their vehicles under any circumstances. Otherwise, sir, I will need to order ignition interlock on both vehicles. You can put both of the affidavits on one. Each vehicle will need to be identified by year, make, model, and the license plate number, color, and the last 6 digits of the VIN number. I'll set your supervision fee at $45, sir. State, have I covered everything for you?
Yes, you have, Judge.
At defense, anything further on this matter?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Mr. Cabrera, with regard to the trial court certification of defendant's right to appeal, this has been a plea bargain case. I am going to certify, if it will not jump around. I am going to certify that you have no right to appeal. I have signed it. You will get a copy of this when you come in to provide us your fingerprint. Sir, will you be able to do that tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday next week? Which one would be your preference?
Monday.
So you'll be coming down to County Court at Law Number 2, located at 300 De La Rosa, San Antonio, Texas, 78205. We're located on the first floor of the Cadena Reese Justice Center. Understand now that if you do not come down to County Court at Law Number 2 between the hours of 2 p.m. and before 4:30 p.m., a warrant will be issued for your arrest. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, I do.
Now, I believe everything that your attorney has said about you, sir. So I do want and expect for you to be successful on probation. It is a while to be on probation, but make sure to communicate with your community supervision officer if there's anything this court can do to be able to aid in your successful completion of probation, sir. I appreciate you going ahead and taking care of this matter. Counsel, is there anything further on this matter or state to counsel defense?
Nothing further from the defense, Your Honor.
Nothing further from the state.
Mr. Cabrera, we'll see you on Monday.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank
Your
you.
excuse. And let me stop sharing the screen. Defense, you're going to work on that other plea. We'll take that at that after other paperwork, and we'll take that after 2:15.
Understood, Your Honor. I'll be here.
Okay. Attorney Taylor Wood. Okay, listen, guys, it's 2:45. We have been going at it real hard here. And I did state that we'll definitely break for lunch at 12:50. It's 2 minutes from that. And so we're going to go ahead and break for lunch and let folks get some rest. I need to deal with the during lunch, I will deal with the civil cases. So I'm going to go in there. We'll resume at 2:15, between 2:15 and 2:30. Come on back. Thank you all very much. Have a great lunch.
Your Honor, before we release, could my client be released?
Yes, you can come back at 2:15, please.
Mr. Sandoval,
So do we just log back on to Zoom?
Yes, sir. The same number.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. Mr. Charles, I'm sorry, your name. I need your full name, sir. I need for you to change your name. Could you, I need to send you back to the breakout room. If you go ahead and join us there, sir. Esther, would you go ahead and join us in, I can't see you. Would you go ahead and join us in meeting room 9, please?
9, sure.
Ms. Luna, if you will go ahead and join as well. Join us in room 9, Ms. Luna. Marina, 2, all righty.
Your appointment, and she's going right.
Thank you. Yeah, she just told me it was a phone number because she said if I don't receive it in the email, she was just gonna give me a number.
Okay, so to give you an appointment, I can just leave. You gotta ask for that.
Ms. Carson, you said that the fingerprint is here as well.
But we can't hear until also.
That's all I need.
That way you don't have to wait.
Gotcha.
All right, yeah.
Nah, I don't mean what they made me come in because I guess my audio was kind of, yeah. Yeah, that's okay. Come down here.
Judge, I think you might have called me while I was in a doctor's appointment. And I think you're on mute if you're talking to me.
Yes, I am on mute. Sorry about that. We're coming back at 2:15.
Okay, we just use the same link.
Please do.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Miss Luna?
Yes, Judge?
Okay, did you hear me to go ahead and join us in meeting room number 9, breakout room number 9? And also, do you know what happened to Mr. Charles Smith?
He's no longer in the Zoom. I was trying to find him to change his name, but he's no longer in the room.
Ah, okay. Alrighty. Alrighty, go ahead and join us, okay? Thanks. Did you get your
I'm already
invitation?
in the, Judge, I'm already in there.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I didn't see you. I'm gonna go ahead and scramble back.
Okay.
I already have one that's about 15 minutes that we'll need to reset for sure.
Okay, and for criminal, you said to come back at 2:15?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going back in there.
Yes, Your Honor, Charles Smith, I'm here.
Mr. Smith, give me 1 second. I have to rename you, and then I'll send you to the breakout room where they're located.
Is this an eviction appeal?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
And how much time have you announced on this matter?
10 to 15 minutes.
So the style of the case lists all three defendants. Mr. Alvarado.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that again?
Okay. The style of the case.
Mr. Smith, you should have received an invitation to join meeting 9.
Okay. So Ms. Vanessa Valadez, I can see your name. Could you please share with
matter today to be resolved. Okay,